Good morning, friends. How are you guys? Remember, I say you guys can work out anywhere, and I really did mean that. You know, at my work, at my cubicle, I like to keep things that's going to keep me working out. If I don't make it to the gym, I always have something. These are stretch bands that I got from the thrift store. And each color means something different. It's a different strength, harder to easier, and you can use them on your arms, up high. Sorry, you can't see me. You know what I mean. And then you can put them on your leg and pull it up and like that. And so different colors. These are blue, green, and yellow. I also have these stretch bands, which again, color means different strength. And this one is really, really tight. Ugh. And then I have this one, which these can go in your purse if you don't have a station. Lunch breaks are a perfect time to get in a little workout. And already, let's see what my heart is doing, because I'm tired. Just kidding. So you got to see what your resting heart rate is as opposed to once you start working out. It's 102, which is not a lot, but of course I'm just demonstrating. I'm not really doing a full workout, but I will eventually, and I'll show you guys some things you can do straight from your office. I have a cubicle, as you can see. Boom, I don't have a lot of space, but I make it work. You can always push your chair back, and of course once you get those bands on, you just lift your legs up. I also have, which most people probably won't have this at work, but I do. I got these at the thrift store. They are 10 pounds. When I'm not in class, I go a little heavier. Yesterday I did use 10 pounds because class was a little bit slower. But when you're doing a lot of reps, even like right now I'm shaking because I just left the gym not too long ago. So these are pretty heavy right now. That's crazy. And then I have my leg weights. They're a little dusty because I do keep them on the floor. But you can also put them on your arm, and you can use them as whatever you want as a weight. You know, just moving back and forth. Just be careful with your elbow. There's different things you can do with these. Of course, you can just sit them at your desk, and you just go up and down and get your little workout in. And if you don't have weights, you can still work out from your station. If you're in a cubicle, if you're at a desk all day, you really want to get your circulation going a little bit if you're going to be doing it all day. But of course, see, I'm already at 119 and I'm just moving and talking and showing you guys. So imagine if I was really in a workout, because the longer you do it, you know, the more strength you build and your heart starts pumping a little bit more and a little bit longer. But you can sit at your desk and you can hold on and do your leg weights. But I do want to do a whole series just from sitting down, because some people don't have the strength to stand, or you know, some people have been in accidents, or you know, have MS, and sometimes they just need to work upper body. And so but you can also do lower body in the chair too. So I'm going to demonstrate some of those in the future. Right now I'm just introducing you guys to some things you can do on your own at work. There's a whole list of workouts you can do with just stretch bands. There's so many things, you'll be surprised what you can do. And I think that's it. I'm gonna have my snack, which is celery and apples, and oh, don't forget my protein. I like peanut butter. I like peanut butter, but you can use almond butter. They have pistachio butter. Oh gosh, they have so many different butters. But me personally, I like peanut butter still, which I know is a little for some people, but it's protein. It's delicious. For me, that's like, it's the only sweetness I'm getting right now, and I need some sweets in my life. So anyway, no excuses. Let's get it done. You don't have to buy anything, but if you do, check out your thrift stores. You'll be surprised what they have. They have everything. Most of the stuff except for these, I got at one of the discount stores. That wasn't expensive either. But I just got this stuff from the thrift store. You can order it online. Everybody's selling workout equipment. During the pandemic, so many places were sold out because the gyms that closed down temporarily. I don't know if you guys remember that. And I remember I showed up to the gym like, why is this parking lot so empty? Because I didn't read the memo, but they had closed down. And so I had already had all my stuff because I keep stuff everywhere. Oh, I got these they're not steppers, but I'm gonna show you that you can use too. But be very careful with these because they fold, and then you can step up. So we'll do some workouts. We'll do some fun workouts once we get more time. I'm just introducing myself to you guys right now. And you guys really don't know me, but I need you guys to trust me. We're gonna be fit and firm and healthy, and our heart's gonna be better, and our organs, because a workout, it works all of your organs, which you need. And I haven't even talked about your bowel system. We'll talk about that another time. But working out is good for that as well. And your mood, I'm always happy. Only if that was true. But for the most part, I really am. I work out every day, and it does help my mood. Because I deal with a lot of personalities. I deal with the public. I have people up under me. I am a supervisor. So yeah, I have to keep it cool. It's not always easy, but usually I'm able to, at the very least, I'm able to fake it till I make it. But I'm usually pretty good because the workout does help me. It helps you mentally. If you're having some like depression and all that kind of stuff, I know it's easier said than done. Get out of that bed, get moving. Once you start moving, your endorphins just come out, and you just can't help but be happy. It's a workout high. And sometimes, like at about 6 or 7-ish, my workout high is wearing off, and y'all starting to get on my nerves. I'm just kidding. But really, for real, it does help your mood. And if you need some help, there's something called ashwagandha that is natural that can also help you with your mood swings. And my favorite is HTP. That's another good mood stabilizer. For me, when I used to have my issues really good, when I have to open, which I have to open tomorrow, coffee was my best friend. I don't know. Coffee made me happy. I stopped drinking coffee. Well, I'm not 100% done. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But I switched my coffee to green tea, which is also helping a lot. It does. It makes me feel good. But that coffee, I used to tell my people, yeah, I haven't had my coffee yet. I haven't had my happy cup. So you guys can just step back. Let me drink my happy cup, because yeah, I might explode. And you really don't want that. So just find whatever works for you. It's always about you. Don't compare yourself with me, because what worked for me may not work for you. However, I promise you, working out will help you stabilize your mood. Are you going to be perfect? Probably not. But there's other things that you can try, like the ashwagandha and the 5-HTP. Oh, I don't think I said that first. 5-HTP is what it's supposed to be. Of course, drink your water, which I have right here. And for me, green tea, it's antioxidants. There's so many great benefits from green tea that I just love having it anyway. But, okay, so I'm going to go because I really should be working. I have all kinds of deadlines I got to meet, but I felt it was very important for me to come and talk to you guys today and let you guys know that you can do it. If you put your mind to it, you can do whatever you put your mind to. Okay, we can make a bunch of excuses, or we can find a bunch of solutions. So, okay, shoot, I have to go work. I don't have time. Yes, you do. You can have time at your station. Even like if you're typing or working, you can just, you hear my feet? They're just going. My feet are just going. You can stand up and work. You have to find a solution, because nobody's going to take care of you except you. You need to get it today and get it started. Don't find any excuse. You can stretch at your workstation. There's just so many things you can do that can help you build better organs. Our organs are so important, and they need it. I'm not here to preach to you, but you might want to reduce your sugar intake, but that's just something you would have to decide for yourself. It will help you. For me, I even reduced my fruit intake because I was noticing that it was spiking my sugar. Not a lot, just a little bit, but because diabetes runs in my family with my father and my paternal grandmother. They both had diabetes. So I'm being super careful because I am getting older, and I just want to make sure that I am the healthiest that I can be as long as I'm here on earth. We are all going to pass through this life eventually, but as long as I'm here, I want to be strong. I want to be able to take care of myself. And I work out with some women who are like 70 and 80 years old. If they would let me, I would videotape those women. Those women are amazing, and you can be amazing too. All you got to do is get started. Just take that leap of faith and get started. Even if it's just a walk. On your lunch break, go walk. If you got to walk in place, walk in place. However, the weather's going to start cooling down. Fall is coming. It's approaching. September's going to fly. We already know that. So as long as you make a start, whatever you do, keep it going. If you're sore one day, oh gosh, I can't do this, I can barely sit down. No, ma'am. Get up and do something. Maybe not as strenuous. Maybe work a different body part that is not as strong. Because when you start making those excuses like, oh, I'm just going to take a break today. I'm going to take a break today. I'm going to take a break today. You always just, it's easier to make an excuse than actually get up and do the work. So I try my best. There are days where I don't feel like going, but I sit up, I get up, and I go, because nobody's going to take care of me. Nobody's going to take care of my body. Nobody can. It's impossible for somebody to take care of my body. So it has to be me. I have to be the one that get up every day and say, hey, this is worth it. I need my heart to be able to pump through me. I need my bowels to work. I need my kidneys and my liver to work for me. There's so many different organs that we just don't think about. We just take for granted. And we have to love on ourselves. For me, I call it self-care. I take care of me. Because it's just impossible for somebody to come in and work my body. If they could, trust me, I would do it. I done tried everything. I done tried every skinny peel, every flat ab situation. I will say there are some other things that I do like, but we'll talk about that on another video. But I like all your naturals. I like your acupuncturists and your chiropractors, and I like the herbalists. And so, I just like to keep me as functional as I possibly can. This is probably TMI, but I still squat over the toilet, and it takes leg muscles to be able to squat and do your thing at the same time. So I just feel bad for people who cannot, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't always aim perfectly. I do try to clean mine up, but have you ever walked in the bathroom and saw stuff all over the place? If you just take a piece of tissue and wipe that up, you really didn't get anything up. You still got residue on that surface. So if you can just learn to squat, you know what, you can sit over your chair and just practice, because you're gonna want to squat. And a lot of older women, their hips go out. My grandmother, I remember, she fell, and I thought my grandmother was so healthy, and she hurt her hip. And so I don't want to say life was never the same, because my grandmother was tough, honey. Where do you think I get it from? She would walk with a limp, and she did everything, but she never regained, I think it was a stroke. She never regained the function in her arm, but, she would do little stuff, and, But, it's all a part of getting older. And the only one that can prevent you from doing that is you. So get started now, especially if you're young. I don't care if you're 20. I don't care if you're 30. I remember when I was 30, we had moved states. And so I was like 133 pounds. I had just started working on my workout regimen and all that kind of stuff when I was in the other state. And when we moved here, I didn't know anybody. And I love popcorn. And so the stores out here had that big bag of movie theater. I call it movie theater popcorn. And it was so good. And I would just eat the popcorn. And it was huge. It was bad. It was big. And I would eat it in 2 days. It was so good. So salty. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm a salt addict. Not as much sugar, but salt. Ooh, we're friends. So I would eat that. And lo and behold, I gained 30 pounds. First time in my life being that heavy. I was 160 something pounds, and it was midsection. For me, typically when I gain weight, it's my butt and my hips. That's the first place I gain it, and last place I lose it. So I have always been a small upper body, which I still was able to pull off a small, which I shouldn't have, but I wore every girdle, every tummy tuck, everything you can think of to try to suck it in. But and then I started wearing baby doll shirts. They would be tight here and fall here to accent or hide what I had gained, because it was midsection. And it was devastating for me, because I had been skinny all my life. Even 133, that was fat for me, because I had used to being under 120 pounds. So when I moved here to gain, I had already thought I was devastated, because I was 133 at the time before we moved. And then I ended up being like 160 something. I was devastated, but not devastated enough to do something. It took me probably, oh gosh, maybe another year or two to actually get into the gym and start working it off. Now, you know, I stopped eating the popcorn once I realized, because I'm telling you, weight sneaks up on you so fast, and I wasn't going anywhere. So I wasn't really getting dressed. I really wasn't knowing. Usually, like, if you haven't worn something and you put it on, you're like, oh my God, I've gained weight. And so that's pretty much what was happening. And those sizes just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because I had always been like a size 5, you know? And then here I am in double digits. I didn't even know how to act. But I still didn't make that change. I still sat there and waddled in it. Waddled in my pity, you know? And so for me, I end up, 24-Hour Fitness was starting a new club. And if you pay X amount of dollars back then for a lifetime, your bill is like, I think it was $30 back then. 30 or $50. And so for a lifetime, that's what I pay for the gym. If I didn't have such an inexpensive bill, I don't know if I would still be going to the gym, because I have a lot of workout equipment, you know, and I know how to work out. But it's inexpensive for me. And I like for an instructor to tell me what to do and keep me going, keep me motivated, and count for me, because my count gets, I get distracted. I start seeing fat pockets here and hanging skin here, and I'm distracted, so I can't count anymore. But you don't have to do it that way. You can start at home, and don't be like me. Don't wait 2 and 3 years when you finally say, hey, I'm tired of this. And honestly, if it wasn't for that deal, would I have joined that club? Would I have made that change? I'm not even sure. And it was so crazy, because when I first started, I was on the treadmill, and I was really good. I thought I was amazing on the treadmill, right? And so I saw this spin class off to the side. It was always in the room by me. And I thought I was so strong. I was like, I can do this class. You know, these people. I got in that class, honey, I was dying. And then I made an excuse in my head. They couldn't even hear me. The music was so loud. They didn't know what I was going through. They knew clearly I was new. You know, you have your gym rats, and it's the same people over and over again. So they pretty much know who's new, right? So I make an excuse in my head. I can't even remember what excuse it was, but it was definitely an excuse. And I mean, nobody's even paying me attention. They're in their own workout, right? But you know what? I kept going back. And eventually I learned how to spin. So much so that the instructors, everywhere I go, the instructors always tell me that I need to become an instructor. But I haven't yet. And it's mainly because of fear. I'm going to be honest. I've taken the course to become an instructor. But counting wise, I used to count for them. Like, I would count for the instructors. But it's easier when you're not up there, because they can count and talk at the same time. What? I can't even count and think at the same time. If I think something else, my brain is going over there. But I am considering it one day, maybe when I retire, because of course I have to cover here a lot of times. If somebody calls out, then I'm it, you know, tag, you're it. So I'm still considering it. I'm worried that if I have to call out to the gym, and I'm a dedicated person once I start, I would feel bad to let those people down. But this job is top priority right now. And so maybe when I retire, I will become an instructor. But I'm going to have fun being your instructor, because that's my goal. My goal is, I've always wanted to make workout videos. So now, because of you guys, I get to do that. And I'm excited about it. I'm creating some routines, and I hope to make you guys proud, and I hope to motivate you guys and get you guys going. I'm trying to make sure my assistant doesn't come in here and mess up my video. But I'm really excited about what life is, the path that I'm about to take, because I always wanted to teach. I am a teacher by nature, but I went to school to be a teacher, but not a gym teacher. However, I got this. I can do this. There's a lot of routines. I got a lot of motivation in me that I want to share with you guys. And when I'm in a gym, it makes me feel good, because everybody always tells me, like, oh, I like standing behind you because you keep me going. You get me motivated. You're so funny when you're doing it. Because I talk. I'm a talker. And I start dancing in the middle of the workout. I'm going to try not to do that. I'm going to try to stay focused with you guys. It's not going to always be easy because, like I said, I'm easily distracted. But my goal is going to be that we have fun when we work out. Like, I want you guys to be like sweating and happy at the same time, you know? So we're going to do this. I'm excited. And I'm going to see you guys around. You guys have a great day. Bye.